So how do we do that for the next generation of kid? How do we take the time to do that? And so that's our plan, is to start creating these educational movies, these videos, these writings, these pamphlets that give kids an emotional attachment to what they're doing. And so you ask me, how do you bring people back to the faith? I have to say, what's brought my friends back is the fear of death and what comes after it. And wandering aimlessly through this life without faith, without a promise of everlasting life, it comes at you like a freight train when something happens to a parent, when something happens to a sibling, when something, God forbid, happens to a child. So they come back because they're craving that faith and that connection. I think what we need to do a better job is making it more welcoming when they do come back, because we make it awfully hard. Sorry, got choked up for a second. But when you have good teachers and you're inspired by something, you want to come back and you want to learn more. And it's funny, that phrase has followed me through my whole life. And when I started here at the diocese, and one of my first jobs was to rebrand Greensburg Central Catholic. And you know what their logo, or their mascot is? The centurion. And that was his words, right? And so I'm like, I love this job. It was all meant to be. I get it now. I get it why I'm here and why I did this. And I feel like such a purpose, which is great, really great. Any other questions? Yes.
I think a lot of people might relate to this too, with grandchildren or nieces and nephews. Another thing is, if we need any more help in losing young people, is the games, the soccer games and the ball games they have on Sunday mornings. Mm-hmm. I just... Yeah,
so...
And the people give, cave and...
Yeah, so, I feel like that's an excuse. I do. My feeling is that our diocese has created an opportunity to go to Mass pretty much anytime you can. We have a regional Mass in every county at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night. So if you went all week and there was no time that you can do it, I think 45 minutes at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night is reasonable. And so, but that has to be part of the plan. We have to be more accessible. We have to be more available, for sure. But the other thing too is it's very much how we're raising our kids. We have to make them feel more than loved in the church. We have to make them feel like they're a part of it, right? We have to give them responsibilities. We have to give them a reason to be involved. We have to make them and remind them that we can't do it without you. Instead of dragging and bringing snacks and, just be quiet all the time. No, you don't have to be quiet. If you want to go to the children's liturgy, go, scream, laugh, have fun, but spread the word and get involved, and we can't be as excited without you. So, it's just a different take on it, and some people get involved, yes?
I don't know how to ask this stuff, but anyways, do you have any interaction with the priests? I would imagine a lot are kind of afraid of what's going on. Do you have meetings with them as far as how to interact with parents and children?
Right, so the question is are we kind of coaching the priests to be a little more engaging? I think that's a very good question. So number one, yes, I interact with priests every day. I think for the first 4 months, they were, so we had a priest in the Diocese of Greensburg that 2 weeks after the grand jury report, he was out at Shop and Save and got spit on, right? And reporters were always trying to backdoor them and, show up at Mass and then ask a question after Mass and things like that. So really for the first 4 months, I feel like I made a deep connection with the clergy because they were so reliant on me about, how to handle this and what they should say. Also, making sure that they knew what to say to their parishioners. We did not suggest that they not address it. We suggested that they absolutely address it. And so we made ourselves available as a communications and evangelization team to talk personally to any priests who wanted us to help them craft their message to their flock. And it went very well for the most part, I think. So In terms of faith and family interaction and what we provide now to the priests is really learning opportunities, constant learning opportunities. Like I'm the guest speaker at the priest conference this year, so I'm going to be talking about creating a virtual parish community and ways to do that don't have to scare you. I mean, I have priests who are rock stars on social media that don't have a Facebook account. They don't want to know how to do it. They just know that they're really good at talking on camera. They get someone to record them, they get someone to transcribe it, they get someone to post it, and it goes really well. They don't have to know the how, they just have to know the why. Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy your day.